Using
social
media
in
education.
Good morning, everybody. This is your daily class Snapchat. For this afternoon, I want to make sure that you've finished chapter 3 and 5 and bring the reports to class so that we can discuss them. I'll see you later.
And when I started working in film business, it was really, I studied economics, but it was my dream to tell something, to be, to work in a job that you fully enjoy. As you know, if you love the thing you do, you will be very successful. If you don't like, all will be stress and anxiety, and so it was my way. I felt it, and I didn't go on the economy subject, but then in the film industry, life has brought me to the same area. So I'm working in production. I'm a producer.
So this is my photojournalism project. I'm just gonna send it to my doctor so that he could check if it's right or not. That's a hard copy of it. I just sent pictures.
It's the 21st century. Everyone is up with the internet, with social media, be it WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or Facebook.
Personally, I'm against it because I feel like education is a must, where two people, whether it's one teacher to a class or one teacher to an individual student, it's better when it's face-to-face.
Nowadays, we gotta use the social media in education because it makes it way easier to access all of the internet knowledge that we need. Because, for example, like in classes, we can we can make groups on WhatsApp, and we can just talk about the projects or the assignments or the class discussion between each other in an easier access way. And the other way, there's Skype, where we can actually listen to an instructor where he doesn't have to be actually in the classroom or in the lecture, and we can get more like knowledge from him and more advices, for example.
I feel that social media is good for communication with students, so it's good to communicate with everybody in the group. Like if you have a project to do, you can communicate with your colleague to tell them like his part of the assignment or her part of the assignment. Using social media in education can be very beneficial to our development in education. People evolve. We have to evolve. I mean, we develop. And social media is a big upgrade in our education. For example, the Skype virtual communication can be used in many ways to have lectures around the world, and an instructor having a class while he's in Germany, for example, and the students are from Dubai.
It has lots of advantages, like students, when it comes to education, they have like easier access to communicate with each other, with their professors.
Social media could be really helpful. For instance, like the students, they could make a WhatsApp group on WhatsApp to study and communicate each other at the night or at like difficult times, even if they're traveling out of town, so they could connect with their classmates and their professor through WhatsApp. You can follow your professors and teachers on social media accounts like Twitter, Facebook, or WhatsApp, and you can get like knowledge from them, like what things they're posting on their Facebooks regarding their subject or anything, or you can ask them questions any time of the day, because everyone like use social media nowadays. It's so common.
Obviously, this is a technological improvement that brought our life to be much more easy and much more convenient. And also, as you know, we have Instagram page of our university, which connects people together. We all follow it and we catch up with the events. It is a good way of spreading the news, and it's a good way of spreading knowledge and communicating. It is very helpful in communication. It is very helpful with keeping up with the latest events and the latest updates in our university.
When it comes to news, like there's always up-to-date news on Twitter or on Instagram, where if you're in a news class, it can help you and say, oh, this is what's going on in the world today. Then you can bring it back to class and talk about it. Or with fashion, where you have Instagram, it'll come into that. Or with social media, like if you're in a media class, there's always things that will tell you or teach you
I've heard comments that social media invites negative feedback, but I think that just depends on your point of view. For us, negative feedback is an opportunity to improve, and certainly we have had some messages on Twitter which we have used as that opportunity to make ourselves better and to better engage with stakeholders. At the end of the day, there might be some stumbling blocks along the way, but in terms of absolute disadvantages to social media, I wouldn't say there are any, and we certainly couldn't go back to where we were. If you look at how much social media has added to our lives, it's changed the fundamental way in which we communicate with each other and how we get information. Our media, our access to news, it's all now based on social media for the large majority of us. So there is no going back, and I don't think we should go back. The way is definitely forward, and that's not just for education, but that's across industry, across public and private sectors. We deal a lot with customers, with parents, with students. Some of them might contact us through social media with regards to a particularly private case, for example. We don't believe that social media is the right platform to be discussing that. So in those situations, we'll then take that conversation offline, and we will meet with those people or speak to them on the phone in a more private forum to be able to discuss their issues.
There is no limit for this technology. You cannot control it. The person himself should understand the advantages and disadvantages, and they put their agenda, where to go, how to go, and what source they should choose in having such skills. We should not exceed the limit of using those technology affecting other types of approaches in teaching. I'm sure will add values. I'm sure will help you to think. We appreciate really here any action, any seminar, any type of technology adding values to students to increase, again I will say it, to increase their knowledge, skills and experience, and the soft skills. And by all those social medias or technology or video conferencing or whatever, we think that will add values to our students, make them better, make them leaders in the future to compete in the market and get a job easy.
The role of government, as I see it, is a facilitator. The role of KHDA is we are an enabler. We bring people together, we connect people so that they can work on ideas and collaborate for the improvement of education. In terms of rules, laws, I don't believe that schools should necessarily wait for the government. I think that schools need to take that autonomy and that freedom to make that decision depending on what is right for their situation and their students.
Like if schools allowed us to use social media in classes, it will be really great. It will make the students want to listen more. It will bring our attention more, because like in classes, people might be always on the phone. So having that with us, it will be a good idea.
Yes, social media can be integrated with the supervision of the faculty member, and I appreciate that.